What's up, everybody? Neil Springs here. So here is the warrior, shaman, and necromancer build that I have been testing around with playing, and I have made a lot of changes to my build, uh, put in a lot of modes, and upgraded a lot of things. So here we are sitting at 6.8 health, 5.4-ish mana with 584 in AC, 565 in attack. Now I raised my weapons from 6 to 7, and here is all that equipment. I also got a warrior brooch, and I swapped everything from all the caster stuff into just pure melee, because the goal was to see, can I get to the strength cap, which I've hit, and can I also get my dexterity up that high as well? And it's sitting at 490 right now, almost at the cap. I just need a little bit more, probably some more upgrades. But here is the rest of the equipment, focusing mostly on strength and dexterity, so I can get the most melee damage possible out of the warrior, and then we can go from there. So here are the changes that I've made. Actually, I'm wearing the executioner hood, which seems to be the best item for the most dexterity currently that I can find. So here we go. Let's go ahead and parse this out and see what it looks like. So I'm going to start off the bat with Mallow, and then we will go with Incapacitate as well. And we'll probably do um, a 2-minute test on this and see what our DPS looks like. So we will be going with 4 dots and then transitioning into the tabs here. So we're sitting roughly around 700 DPS right now. Let's see if we can continue pushing that forward. Everything looking good. So we're hitting around 820 DPS total now. 700 for myself, 150 for my pet. 840, 850. Dots are dropping. Let's go ahead and throw those back. And does blood boil? Blood boil is from my offhand. That's right. Okay. So 810, 820, 840, 850, depending on the crits. And the goal is to get to that 2-minute mark, the 122nd-ish or so, maybe 10 seconds over, because that's typically how long one of the CT or D4 any fights are going to last, roughly around 2 minutes, a minute to 2 minutes, depending on how much damage you could dish out. So 850, 860, our dots are going to drop. Let's go ahead and just reapply them for consistency's sake. And we're running low on mana now at the 130-second mark, but we're still 860 DPS, which is pretty nice. I'm really curious to see how does melee stack up with everything else. 890. Let's go to the 150 and we'll call it there. Ooh, 900 DPS. All right, let's call it there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the log. All right, here is the log to that fight. Let's go ahead and add the pet to myself, and then we will take a look at the breakdown for this damage. There is the damage breakdown. So roughly the dot's doing 40k damage in that 160-second window. Envelop bolts being the number one. That's pretty cool. Direct damage, the drain soul, which is a life tap, So that is actually our highest damage spell, our tap. We are not rolling the wizard with this. We are simply rolling the survivability, and Winter's Roar hitting around 2.5k. So that is pretty cool. 9 hits, it looks like. Uh, Max hit 272, average hit, max hit 295. So it looks like none of those crit, but it's still doing a significant amount of damage. Our pierces 17k, slashes 10k. That is pretty nice. So that's a total of 27k right there in just melee, plus another 10k in cleaves and bashes. So that is looking pretty significant. 37k, so 40k total in just pure warrior melee damage. And then we also get the Puma proc, another AK. Vampiric Embrace didn't actually crit too much, didn't do much damage, so that's interesting. And then our pet did a significant amount of damage as well, probably from the Puma. Yep, 25k, which is the same as me tapping. Very cool. So there is the parse for that, and that's just on a 60 test dummy. But I will try it out on CT and try it out on any going forward. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. See you in the next video.